Welcome back, everyone. Let us move on to the closing speech of the Malaysia Tech Month 2021. Join me in welcoming Puan Surina Shukri, the Chief Executive Officer of the Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation, MDEC, as she delivers her closing speech to conclude this month-long event in a nutshell. Over to you, Puan Surina.
Thank you very much, Hasrul. Good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon to everybody. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and partners. They say time flies when you're having fun. I feel like I was just with you more than a month ago saying, welcome to Malaysia Tech Month. And here we are at the end of Malaysia Tech Month. The last 1 month has been nothing short of amazing, but like many great things, it must come to an end. Malaysia Tech Month 2021 has exceeded expectations and proved to be a successful event that we've been able to organize with many industry partners, along with the support of the Ministry of Multimedia and Communications. To recap back, each week we delved into different themes which cover digital investments, digital ecosystem, digital skills, digital disruptors. And all these themes were explored to highlight Malaysia as the heart of digital investments for ASEAN, encouraging businesses and ecosystem to embrace digitalization and focus on initiatives that nurture future-ready talent for the global market. Malaysia Tech Month this year also aligned with MDEC's recently unveiled Digital Investments Future 5 strategy, which is a 5-year plan focusing on 5 key thrusts aimed at attracting investments and advancing Malaysia's digital economy in line with the Malaysia Digital Economy Blueprint. I'm optimistic that this will act as a catalyst of enabling our vision of creating a nation that's deeply integrated with technology and providing equitable opportunities for businesses and people. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2019, we started with our very first Malaysia Tech Week, which was something that was intended to bring the entire ecosystem together: government, private sector, academia, entrepreneurs, and we had an incredible session that kick-started all these activities. This year, Malaysia Tech Week became Malaysia Tech Month 2020 and Malaysia Tech Month 2021. To recap, this year we featured over 40 events totaling 136 sessions, which attracted over 380 local and international industry speakers and investors, and had over 9,200 participants from over 77 countries. And these range from Southeast Asian nations like Singapore and Vietnam, and the Philippines and Indonesia, to South Asian countries like Bangladesh, India, and so far as Europe, UK, and even the United States. Malaysia Tech Month 2021 also saw 90 speakers from Malaysia, 90 women speakers from Malaysia, UK, Singapore, US, Hong Kong, Australia, and Indonesia. We had over 700 registrants from government agencies. And Malaysia Tech Month 2021 was also broadcasted on Facebook, LinkedIn, which recorded close to 200,000 participants and over 38,000 total video views, respectively. We also saw internationally renowned speakers, such as Professor Dr. Michio Kaku, which I had the pleasure of speaking with and being inspired by, Michael Tong, Ivana Bartelli, Dr. Luke Julia, as well as other local esteemed change makers who've been making waves in the world. All these 136 sessions, 132 hours of content, involving 380 plus speakers over the course of the month. This has by far been the biggest tech festival in Southeast Asia. And for that, I wanted to give a round of applause for everybody who's joined us along the way. So why did we, so when we started Malaysia Tech Month, the whole idea was to give access to highlight the best of what the ecosystem has to offer, and also to provide an opportunity for Malaysians in general, and also people in the region, to have access to the latest and greatest thought-provoking content as it relates to digital and technology. Throughout the month, we've explored ways that the Digital Investment Office serves to elevate Malaysia as the region's investment hub. We discussed trends that help shape ASEAN, the ASEAN digital landscape, and how to enable cities to become global tech hubs. Our speakers shared many of their thoughts on how technology can play a role in strengthening Malaysia as a digital hub and address gaps that stand in the way. We had sessions with AirAsia Group's Tan Sri Tony Fernandez, Carsam's Eric Cheng, our very first unicorn, Aerodyne's Kamarul Muhammad, and dear friend of mine, Patrick Grove from Kacha Group. We highlighted Malaysia's current landscape and what businesses need to do in order to survive in this predicament that we're in. These sessions and discussions also highlighted the importance of having the right policies in place to cultivate an ecosystem that's favorable for the growth of businesses in this country. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know technology remains a key point and why partnerships can better facilitate the sharing of knowledge of both local and international businesses. The need for support was also significant discussion that took place, highlighting how both public sector and private sector players can play a role in aiding businesses in Malaysia to grow. We got into the core of what makes a digital business and ways to empower business ecosystem to embrace digitalization using tools of the fourth industrial revolution. At the same time, we at MDEC, we also introduced My Digital Workforce Week, Work in Tech, which is an initiative that hopes that incentivize companies to hire unemployed workers in the digital tech and services, into digital tech and services roles. We also had a job fair that took place during My Digital Workforce Week, which brought together more than 5,000 job vacancies from over 100 companies. And during the same time, MDEC also expanded our digital skills training directory, and now, which now includes work and learn, career upgrade, and learning on demand courses. We also had a session on Founders Grindstone, a program that empowers tech entrepreneurs to maximize their potential and focus on helping during their fundraising journey. And in the final week, we held the Creative Tech Summit Esports Conference, sparking vital discussion on business, career, and innovations within the esports industry. Many, many things. And I would welcome everybody to continue to enjoy the replays that will continuously be available on these sessions. Ladies and gentlemen, ASEAN is experiencing a radical shift. Fueled by the COVID-19 pandemic, the region saw 40 million new internet users in 2020 alone. Southeast Asia is moving from a high-touch economy to a low-touch one, making a region rife with opportunities. At MDEC, we've always advocated for regional market over a domestic one. Every initiative shaped through Malaysia Tech Month 2021 is part of MDEC's aspiration to firmly shape Malaysia's digital economy and establish the country as the region's hub for digital investments. In our effort to transform the country into a digital powerhouse, which of course take time, we will need to introduce emerging technologies that will serve as essential tools that can help us achieve our goal of enabling a nation that's deeply integrated with technology, providing opportunities for all. I would like to take this opportunity to thank everybody that has contributed towards this Malaysia Tech Month this year. I would like to record my gratitude towards the Ministry of Multimedia and Communications for the support that we've received to date, and all the event partners and speakers, and of course, MDEC personnel that has made Malaysia Tech Month a success. My gratitude also goes out to the 117 agencies involved, such as MIDA, MOSTI, Ministry of Higher Education, Talent Corp, Magic, Jetro, among others, for making Malaysia Tech Month 2021 a bigger success than we could have imagined. But ladies and gentlemen, rest assured, the show will continue to go on. We're already starting to get feedback and start to plan for Malaysia Tech Month 2022. And also, we've got many things lined up for the fourth quarter as well. We're not stopping here, so look out for My Digital Maker. The virtual fair continues and will take place from September 3rd until October 30th. And we will be rolling out workshops, webinars, competitions related to digital making, primarily targeted to school-going children. And this will be hosted in 10 states and open to nationwide participation. So look out for that. We'll also be bringing you the My Digital Creativity Festival, or MyDCF, which is a month-long event throughout September 2021, brought to you by Level Up KL and Creative. And this hopes to bring to you the latest and greatest animation and games from Southeast Asia region. Professionals, companies will be treated to business matching, networking, conferences, project pitching, and exhibition. So look out for that. So ladies and gentlemen, as we mark the end of Malaysia Tech Month, it is also bittersweet for me to bid thank you and farewell to all of you, as this is the last time that I will be addressing you as Chief Executive Officer of MDEC. So many of you know that I took on this role in January 2019 with no other reason other than to serve the country and build a greater, better ecosystem. And I know that that work will still continue on with the momentum that we've built, not just from an MDEC standpoint, but also as an industry as a whole. One of the greatest joys that I've had over the last 32 months being at the helm of MDEC is seeing all the industry collaborations that have transpired over the last 32 months. We all know that the topic of digital at the end of the day and technology at the end of the day is really change. That is the core product that it represents. It is a change in making things better, faster, cheaper, innovating, and increasing overall, just making things better. And so as I reflect back, I'd like to leave all of you with 5 pieces of 5 considerations to take on from here on. Number 1, as the work to continue to build up the ecosystem will always continue. We must always be striving for, building a better, we should never rest on our laurels. And so the act of being a change agent requires courage. And so therefore, I wish that all leaders out there, particularly those in the digital ecosystem, continue to have courage in continuing to push the boundaries of what's possible. Take that leap of faith whenever if you're unsure, and be that change agent and stand up for what you feel is right. Digital transformation at the end of the day is human transformation. And so therefore, courage and leadership is really required for that in order for you to be brave enough to change the status quo and unleash your potential. Number 2, continue to have resilience. So one of the things that we've all encountered certainly over the last year and a half, is the sense that the only thing, we all know that the only thing that is is a constant is change. But now we know that there can be times when the unexpected, the unprecedented things happen. And so what is required then? It requires a lot of resilience to continue to push forward. And so there will be many, many challenges as we all continue to build up our tech ecosystem to build a better Malaysia. And there will be many challenges ahead. And so this sense of resilience, I think the last 18 months has really taught us that. And so embrace resilience. We always have plans, but there's that famous quote by Mike Tyson, everybody has plans until they get punched in the face. So therefore, this sense of resilience is key. Thirdly, teamwork. I think that when it comes to building great teams, building great products, innovating, teamwork is ultimately necessary because it's all about diversity of thought. And to this day and age, it's no longer, even when you take the subject of data, for example, it's no longer about, it's all about sharing that data and making things come together. And so a sense of teamwork is really required. And so for us, as we continue to build out our Malaysia tech ecosystem, this sense of teamwork, I think, is really key. Let's continue to build on the momentum, the collaboration that we have, government sector, private sector, large companies, small companies, and more heads is better than one. Number 4, growth. So when we think about how do we really future-proof ourselves, the answer really lies in seeking growth. Growth in the sense that it's all about skilling and reskilling and how you personally grow your own knowledge base in order to become better versions of yourself. And so in everything that we do, I would always encourage everybody to continue to drive this whole growth mindset. And there is so much opportunity for that. And finally, number 5, let's keep the dream of building a better Malaysia, a better tech ecosystem alive. Let's stay positive and continue to build on the momentum that we have. As I said on day 1, let's, like the hashtag, let's build together. And so I really do hope that we all continue to build together. And I would like to take this opportunity to also wish Malaysia a happy Independence Day. Selamat Hari Merdeka semua. And thank you very much and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Puan Surina, the CEO of MDEC, for those impactful closing remarks on the Malaysia Tech Month 2021. We'll now be moving forward to our next session of the day. It will begin very shortly, so do click join session and also complete the survey for us to continuously serve you better. See you in a bit.